call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum's vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily through the ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. Amen.
You are not in the universe. You are the universe, an intrinsic part of it. Ultimately, you are not a person, but a focal point where the universe is becoming conscious of itself. What an amazing miracle. Eckhart Tolle. It's true. You actually manipulate the universe. Your light body is the topic tonight. What needs to be said after listening to that one? I tell you, I went through every one of those stages. That's what I've been teaching you. Everything that was said is true. Each of these levels brings you higher, but you're going inside. Most of us seek outside ourselves. That's not where the answers are, because it isn't an intellectual journey. The journey is the journey of light, of love, of service, of awareness, of becoming truly you. We mimic others, or we put on this facade of a person that we're not. We're with different groups, so we have to act a certain way. But when you feel that you can be you, no matter where you are and who you're with, you are reaching the higher stages. I haven't reached the end because there is none. All of us are working in stages 4 through 9 right now. Everybody here. It is not something that you can rush, because if you miss any of the training, any of the lessons, any of the healing opportunities offered to you, everything is going to what? It's going to stall, and you'll just keep repeating as if you're on a hamster's wheel. And the same events will keep happening until you get it. It's not a punishment. It's actually a blessing. Because you can't build a house unless the foundation is very, very strong and done right. The forum has been for building that foundation for you and for me. And each one of us has to have the courage to go inside and feel that shadow just long enough to let it go and understand it served you. It provoked you to move and not stagnate. There are so many people right now, hundreds of thousands, tens of hundreds of thousands, that are going through the most horrific stage of their life, that very beginning stage where all of the shadow is starting to come to the surface. If they have the training and understanding, they know what to do with it. But if they don't, they think they're going backwards, that they're falling into an abyss that they can't get out of. This is why you've had the training that you have, so that you can explain to people who are failing, who are falling deep into depression, because they're holding back their emotions rather than allow them to leave. No more judging good and bad. Every day is a good day. Every day. It's a holy day, a holy opportunity to live your life, to seek to understand yourself better, to move slowly but surely into the light. I know the pain when it first starts, and you just want to just crawl under your covers and just stay there. And then you start getting sick because you suppress this dark energy that everybody has. Everybody has it. And you suppress it and you become very depressed. The depression is holding on to those emotions and those feelings that have not come out, patterns that are really not serving you. And how do you know? How people respond or react to you is how you know. And our part is to look at that and not just accept it. This is me, too bad, too sad. And if you don't like me, go away. What is it that sends people away? That's for you to go deep inside yourself and really ask those questions. Why? Why does this keep happening? The mastery and service part, which is 7 through 9, mastery has nothing to do with anything but your own emotions and belief system. What you're mastering is 3D, which constantly sends back to you whatever you've sent into the universe. It comes full circle back to the sender. And it's painful. And that's why people hate the matrix. That's all I ever hear. I hate the matrix. We're stuck in it. It's horrible. No, it isn't. It's brilliant. Brilliant. How do you know what you've done when we lived fairly unconscious most of our life? So it comes back to us and it bites us. Or if it was something beautiful, it blesses us. It's our time to awaken. We feel we're fully awake, but we're not. Not in some ways. We still deny that we have things we still have to work on. I've come to the point where I don't want to anymore deny. The minute I figure out something that I don't like about myself or that I see happening around me, I know that I have work to do inside. And that's why I can say to you, I understand all the way up to the final stages, the 10 through 12, which isn't final. It's just a place where you have this full understanding. It doesn't make you special. You're not, something that other people aren't. It's all of us collectively. You can't imagine how many times I do counseling and I get off of that counseling and I have a purge of purges because everybody's helping each other. And I recognize it immediately what's mine. Like they say, you don't, even in stage 10 to 12, you think you're not going to have things come up? You will. You will. But that's not the problem. It's, are you willing to face yourself? Do you want to turn into this body of light that you truly are? It's waiting for you. Are you willing to step up? Give up this distraction that is 3D. It was built to do that to us. There are more distractions than there is time, quiet time that we give ourselves. When you can actually be outside of the world, sitting in a room no noise, no nothing, and feel at peace. Your head is quiet. Your heart is quiet. You're getting somewhere. Most people, when they're not doing, they're not occupied, they get like a nervous wreck because the feelings start coming up. And nobody wants to deal with that, do they? Well, I do. I do. Because why? I want eternal peace. I want to reach what they call the path, which is the total oneness with everything, all life. I don't want to judge anything or anyone. That's where I'm at. Where are you? Is this your goal? Do you want to help humanity? Then heal yourself. And then you will, because we're all connected. We're all plugged into this collective consciousness. And as you lift yourself out of your troubled world into a world of absolute peace and joy, it doesn't mean things won't happen. It's how you respond or react to it that makes it change. Things are going to happen. You're in 3D, 4D. What do you do with it? Do you run and hide? Do you get all angry at the world? Or do you go inside and say, okay, I need to work on this. What am I feeling right now? Disappointment, fear, not being accepted, being outside the circle, not part of the club. I never was. How many of you never really wanted to be part of the club, to be part of what everybody wants to do? Yeah, definitely not me. It would never be. I just watched it all happen, and I saw why I didn't like it. It didn't suit me. It wasn't right. The most important thing in your life right now is to be authentic, to be the real you, to absolutely stop putting on the mask and trying to be something so that somebody will be impressed with you. That is ego still working in our life. Ugh. Now, what I loved about this video is that it didn't say to kill the ego. It was actually what I've been telling you. You work it, mold it, train it to serve you. And it does. It will. It's like a dog. When they're puppies, they do whatever they do, but you got to start training them right away. We were sleeping and we couldn't train them. We didn't even know the ego was running our lives. And now that we're awake and aware, it's time for us to take the reins. The story never changes. It's always going to be the same. This is all up to each one of us. Are we going to let ourselves drown in our old self and not take responsibility for the problems, troubles, fears that we still carry? Or are we going to stand up and be real? Say what we have to say to the person that we have to say it, not to 62 other people just to get it out of your system. Speak to the person that you need to. Because if you don't, it never gets resolved. And when you feel that you need to discuss something with someone, first purge all the emotion, the anger, the fear, the hurt, all of that stuff, and then go to the person. And you'll see that you'll get a different response than if you went in anger because that energy would bash off of their anger and come right back at you. Or if you go to somebody and try to change them so that you don't have to deal with what they're showing you, that's not how you go about it, because they're going to attack you right back because you haven't taken care of it in you first. Do you see how it works? The matrix was designed to make masters out of us if we choose to. We don't have to. We can stay in this state, this limited state, for as long as we want to. Nobody's going to say anything to you. You're a divine being. You make your own decisions. But all of you picked a really interesting personality this time. And I know all of you that's on this call. And just a couple of new people that are on that I don't know yet. I haven't seen them, but I feel them. Your light body wants to completely be you. It does. It wants you to continue forward because remember, your physical body is actually coming apart, raising up in frequency. It's no longer able to keep that carbon substance that we've been made of. We're moving into a whole new energy, and that will become our light body. Let's take care of the things holding it back, weighing it down, and let it evolve. People who are going through a lot of physical situations, really go inside and ask your higher self, why is this happening? And what can I do to fix it? Now, the truth is, the true healing that we go through has very little to do with the physical body, to tell you the truth. Because once a disease or a problem is solidified onto the body, it's there. And it has to be dealt with in a 3D manner, which would be through medical care. However, the healing is of the consciousness. And that's what the masters are helping us with, to prompt us by giving us circumstances that put us to the test so that we will let go of our belief system of fear, anger, judgment, and all the other lower dense energies that keep us where we're at. Now, through frequency and light, we can bring our physical bodies back. We can do it. However, until we have enough light, until the 12 strands or even 6 strands are activated, the light is still not to the degree that, like a med bed, using the light and the sound and vibration to change the physical body's condition. So we'll need help right now. That's why this technology is coming in at the time that it is. Okay. I want to watch my time. Okay. So your light body is in a stage of ascension with the consciousness. Give this some deep thought. While you're doing anything, while you're doing housework or your job, or if you're with people, use the experiences that you're having to feel on a deep level of really what's going on, how much you really enjoyed what you just went through, the experience that you did. Use everything to gauge where you're at. Did you feel uncomfortable in the crowd? Did you feel like you had to dance a little faster or be a comic or whatever we do to try to fit in or to get attention or to have people feel that we are something special? Because P.S., none of that is necessary. You are the essence of you. And that is what they're seeking, your essence, your magnificent light, your beautiful energy. That's all they want. And that's being authentic. That's being real. And that's what people seek. Everybody always told me that. I was very much into spirituality at a very young age. And they always said, you know why I come to you, Barbara? Because you will tell me the truth. You will tell me the truth. And in my early days, I was a little rough with the truth, being blatantly truthful. And I learned that wasn't the way. But still, people still came because they wanted to hear what I had to say. They wanted to know what I knew. Why is that? Because I was authentically me. Not everybody likes me. Now they do, because I worked very hard to be this light. Do you want that? Do you want to go out in the world and just have everybody look at you and really want to speak to you? Do you want to be accepted wherever you go? Just everyone make way for you, not because you're special, but because they feel you, that beauty that you are, just being the being that you are. Not what you say, not what you do, just what you are. They feel you. They feel your energy way before you open your mouth or say anything. You could be approaching even like 18 feet from you, and they can feel you and you can feel them. And I experienced this early on, walking down the street in New York City, and this man was coming towards me, and I'm telling you, I don't know if I saw something or whatever it was, but I knew that if I let this person get any closer, I was going to be in danger. And I just simply jaywalked. Lucky I didn't get a ticket, and went to the other side of the road. And as I was over there, I looked back and I saw the person looking at me, but didn't come across the street. Couldn't really because of the traffic. You will expand your light energy field so far, and you will never have to worry about anything, because soon as someone enters your fields, see, I didn't know that back then, but soon as they enter their field and you are in a state of love, that's all they're going to feel. It will stop any aggressive action from happening to you. It's true. It's true. It's been proven through physics. There's something, they say, that stops it, because all you have to do is be standing, like witnessing something. And when I was doing my trips, there was incidents where there was violence happening, and all of us just kept praying and sending light into it, and it dissipated. Or somebody is angry and raging, and you send light into it, they can't even fight anymore. It just starts to dissipate because the love overrides everything. So this video was showing you the different stages you go through. Now, nobody is on the same exact moment that the stages are happening. There's no measurement of time to stay within stage 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 to 12. There is no measurement of time. It's just when you get it, and when you start cleansing yourself enough to absorb enough light, you will move up. And that is exactly why we came. First, to cleanse ourselves, and then to spread it throughout humanity. Your gift is you, and your willingness to do the work on yourself, to become empty so that light is all that you are. It isn't about how smart you are, because I don't care if you have the highest IQ in the world. That is not going to ascend you. That isn't it. Because the wisdom of the universe will be given to you. Anything you ask will be given. And that's the wisdom you want. Okay. So I'm going to stop there. And anybody watching this on YouTube, I want to invite you to join us so that you can see all 3 segments and be part of it. There's a video and there is music that you'll get to enjoy that you're not seeing right now. It's free. It's every Wednesday night. And go to ourdivineorigin.com and send me an email and we'll sign you right up. God bless you. Thank you for listening. Amen.
Thank you, Barbara. Very empowering. Great video. Thank you. All right, Christine. So we are going to shut off the recording.
That beautiful song, Spirit Lead Me. Listen, nobody's going to save you. That's not how it works. But the I am in you, the Christ in you, guides you every moment. You just got to have faith and trust that you're being guided, even when you're walking into the darkest moments. You have to, so that you can release the fear, release that shadow, release the belief, release the patterns of your life that led you there, and be free. Be free. That is what you believe in. And thank the Lord of your being for guiding you. See, people pray all the time, God, save me. Take all this pain away from me. And so your higher self says, okay, so let's face it, an experience, go through the emotion and let it all go. Each time you pray for peace, you have to go through the fire of what you still hold as a belief in you that's bringing all of this up from the depths of your bowels, where you hold this hidden from you. So people say, God never answers my prayer. All I do is have more pain and suffering. But this too shall pass. How? By letting it all go, surrendering it to God, feeling the feelings, and let those feelings move out of you so that you become a pure vessel of light. And in that light is all wisdom, all love, all blessings. Everything that you want to live will become yours. Thank you. So tonight's topic was light body, your light body. And that's exactly your true self. You are light. You are energy. And you took on this body, which you think is you, and it served you well. But that's not all that you are. It's just your uniform right now. Your unit that gets you through all this. But I'll tell you, it's a pretty spectacular unit. There is so much in this Merkaba that it's hard to even start talking about it, and how it all works together through the systems operating. But to have absolute perfect body physically is to have harmony and balance with the heart song that is being transmitted to you through your pineal gland. When you can reach that tone that it plays, it's usually a series of tones, and that is completely moved through every cell, atom, and molecule of your body becomes perfect light. That's it. That's it. and it goes in stages. At first, it's light, but it's also looking solidified. And then step by step, it turns into literally just energy, not solidified in a physical form. It's just kind of magical. It'll seem like you're not even aware it's happening, but it will be. The reason that we stick to the ascension discussion is because I don't want to add to all of the things in your life that is pulling you away from why you're here. We could go off in all kinds of directions, but we don't, not here. Here, we're on a straight path right to our ascension, right to our divine potential. You want to be distracted, there's plenty of time during the week for you to do that. A lot of people think that, and it just happened a couple of times when I was counseling, that people are getting off the track of their ascension and trying to find out about quantum physics and all kinds of other science that is really distracting them. Now, I don't judge it at all because a lot of us are being kind of led towards experiencing things that have to do with our mission here. So I witness it, but I tell you, if you want to get there and be the fullness of yourself, get into your light body by emptying your cup so God can fill it with light. And in that light is all the wisdom you'll ever desire to know. And you'll very swiftly move into your true divine mission. The mission of missions, the reason we're here in this particular lifetime, is to ascend beyond the 4D level. That is the master plan for all of us. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been born at this time. And then there's the missions that we accomplish. Yeah. And those are sometimes as a group and other times it's very individual. Some people want to experiment with several different options and find their way back to really being on target. With me, I don't make it a mental exercise. I just breathe and get led to where I need to go, who I need to see. But my prayer is always to have divine order every day. That means I connect to my mission, all my missions, whatever's left, and also to my divine plan. So I set the pace so that everything moves in that direction. It's like on automatic. If I don't set it in divine order every day as my first step of the morning, I find that things get a little hectic for me now because this is what I've conditioned myself to do. So if you can just do that in your morning prayer, it takes 2 seconds. I call for divine order to be set into motion from this moment forward. Amen. And then anything else you talk about. And this way, I'm telling you, you will be lock and loaded into your divine mission for that day. Your higher self will move you and you will gracefully move with it. Otherwise, your head gets in the way and you start thinking about what you're supposed to do and need to do and better do. It doesn't matter if I write 10 lists. I do what was meant for that day because I put it into my prayer. Everything in your life is moving through what you believe, what your laws that you've written for yourself, your desires. Everything is moved in the universe around you and manifests itself around you as you think it. And this is the truth. Ask Lori. He knows. It is the truth. We are dictating what happens. And so when things go kind of haywire, you say to yourself, yeah, there's no way I would have put that into my day. Well, if you set it into your divine plan, And that was what was meant to happen to open you up more and to bring you more to your conscious mind and feeling world, then it's going to happen. You won't die. Are you kidding? You got too much ahead of you. You just got to look at it as part of the journey. You see? And on those days, I go, oh, here we go. What's going to happen next? But I go into it with a good attitude. Go into it with a good attitude of gratitude, because that is a holy day. It's a day to bring our awareness to something that we didn't yesterday, that we haven't accomplished, that we haven't lifted ourselves to. And every time, I'm telling you, every time you feel in your heart that you didn't handle something well or you hurt somebody, man up and apologize. And then forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You may have done that because that was meant to happen. But also, if you felt bad about it, then you can do better. Do it in a different way. Like I said earlier, I used to be blatantly honest and it could shock people and maybe hurt them a little. And I learned that is, I watched their faces. I really watched the body language of people. And when I saw that I was too harsh or too blatantly honest, I learned to temper it down and be not diplomatic, but caring, and know how would I feel if somebody hit me like that? How would I feel? It would hurt me. It would hurt me. I don't want to hurt anybody, because if I hurt you, I hurt myself. You see? And so we're all working through this. This is our journey right now. Please don't get distracted. Have fun, play, do everything you want to do in your life. Find the joy in everything and look into the face of the people around you. Don't be like so many people. They're on their cell phone. They don't even know you walk past them. Be consciously aware of everybody, and you're going to fall in love with everyone. You're going to look at them and see the beauty in them instead of saying, "Oh, look at his hair. Oh, look at that guy. They're so awkward." You won't do that anymore. You'll see the beauty in them. You'll walk around grinning like a Chessy cat, like Lauren does, because the inner joy shows on his face all the time. I'm telling you, this is the true life. And every time I speak to Billy Phillips, he signs it, um, let's see, miracles and blessings. That's how he signs it, miracles. And I wanted to write to him, I feel like every day of my life is a miracle. And why would I say that? It's because things happen and I'm enjoying just the way it plays out, no matter how it plays out, no matter how grouchy Charlie is because I didn't make him lunch on time, or whatever happens. It's okay. It's okay. And I feel so much love. And when I make food, I put so much love into it. Everything I do is based on love. And if you could just convince yourself it is the way, even if a rabbit eats your vegetables that you worked and hard in your garden, and there they are chomping away on your vegetables and you didn't get to enjoy them, bless the little bunnies. Just bless them and say it's okay. I fed the animal and the animal will survive. Even though it's very aggravating and I can see Cindy going, oh yeah, I'm going to get that bunny. Where's Stephanie? You protect the bunnies. But I'm telling you, and when a bunny shows up, type, or any animal, type into your, what do you call it, a website, spiritual meaning of. So if it's a groundhog, if it's a frog, whatever it is, all week people were saying to me, oh, this animal showed up and that animal. And when they actually looked it up, it was spot on exactly where they are. You think these animals show up for nothing? They're bringing a message to you. They are. So with that, your light body is really your body. That's your real body. And work towards it. Make it happen by letting go, trusting, believing, and doing the work emotionally that you need. Emotionally. You see, because your emotional bodies are gigantic. All of ours are, because that's the fuel that pushes out the solidified thoughts and patterns that we've held on to as if they're like for dear life, but they're old and they're not really serving us, a lot of them, anymore, because they're not based on love. They're based on fear. That's the opposite of love. I thought hate was. It isn't. It's fear. And there are people that are in excruciating fear because all of this energy has to leave them. Things happen for a reason to cleanse us from our past, honestly, and no other reason, not to hurt you. You're not stuck. Believe. James kept saying, I can't believe it. Well, believe it. Believe it. God answers your prayers. Sometimes it doesn't seem to happen in the way that you were thinking it was going to happen, but what did happen was exactly what you needed, because our prayers are answered by our needs, not our wants. And once you reach a certain point of consciousness, of frequency, your wants and your needs will align. It will be the miracle that you've been waiting for. Don't I know? I speak only what I know to you. That's all I give you. And what I don't know, I'm honest enough to tell you, I don't have an answer for that. Just recently, somebody had asked me a question. I told them, I do not have an answer for that. Why is that? Because it's for you to figure out. It's for you to come to a conclusion on your own, not me. You see?
We are deeply grateful for this forum. We thank those in attendance for your attention, for your wonderful questions, future topic suggestions, and stories that touched our hearts and opened our minds to new possibilities. Our collective energy has filled this forum with light and love for each other. We are so grateful that each of us brings guides and angelic beings to the forum, raising the frequency ever higher. We are grateful for the assistance, inspiration, and guidance from the benevolent beings overseeing the forum. Know we are deeply loved and richly blessed. Amen.